Okay, so go ahead. 3 truths and a lie about Ann. Okay. She's an avid Buckeye fan. She once shot a clothesline in half with a .22. She had once auditioned to be the sidekick of Ronald McDonald, and she's training for a triathlon. Which one is the lie?
The first one's a lie.
The first one's a lie? I'm not a Buckeye
Nope.
fan? No, Boiler! Okay, for Debbie. Debbie's worked as director or vice president of marketing for 2 Fortune 500 companies and 2 privately held companies. Debbie won $165,000 in the lottery. Debbie's a licensed pilot and has owned shares of 13 planes. Debbie graduated cum laude from OSU in 3 years and then lived in Europe for 2 years.
And then was what?
And lived in Europe for 2 years.
She didn't win.
Lottery.
Lottery. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Ann. She's the youngest of 3 children. She grew up in Indianapolis with a mother who was a geneticist and a father who was an orthopedic surgeon. So science and medicine were the language of their family dinners. Her summers were spent carefree swimming and riding bikes. So becoming a lifeguard and a swim instructor was a natural transition for her from play to work. She found her passion in the study of human movement, like biomechanics, and graduated from Purdue with a degree in physical education. Okay, then she lived in Muskingum, Michigan for 6 years, where she worked in the YMCA as a physical and aquatics director. It was an amazing place while she was there and young and working. She could cycle and sailboard and water and cross-country ski, everything else, while completing her master's in exercise science from Western Michigan. Then she moved to Columbus in 1987 and worked in the cardiac rehab center at Doctors Hospital. Then joined Riverside as the employee wellness manager. Her career took a right turn from that into leadership and organizational development while she was at Ohio Health. Ann has 2 boys, Justin and Logan. Logan lives in South Carolina and Justin lives in Chicago. He's getting married this October. She has a wonderful yellow lab, Bogart, who was named after Humphrey. And is her dear friend and co-worker and constant companion. In 1997, Ann and Gary got married and then created the Ralston Consulting in 1998. She's been involved in many organizational change initiatives for companies like Pepsi and Lilly and organizations in the public and private sectors. Dynamics Engineering is their oldest and still active client, growing from just a startup to one of the top 100 engineering firms. Digital Opportunity Trust is an example of their successful nonprofit consulting. Anyone who knows Ann sees that she stands in 2 worlds. One is the world of community, where people together on a mission with a fire for a just cause work together. She knows this firsthand. Her fire is to ignite a passion for learning, mastering the creative process, and helping others see possibilities beyond the obvious limits. The other world is in the private sector, where large system-changing initiatives get done by collaborating design, focus, and economy in the private sector, putting together the right people and resources. Now, as you know, Ann is past president of this club, and she served on our foundation board many terms, and she is the outgoing president of the foundation board now, passing it on to Dave Holiday. All right, that's it.
Debbie was born in Columbus to parents of the greatest generation, the eldest of 3 children. She spent her childhood on the west side and graduated from Upper Arlington High School. She's been married to Steve for 39 years. They have 2 grown daughters, Julie and Jen, who both live in Powell, and they have 3 amazing grandchildren, 2 of whom they took to the zoo yesterday and to the wilds last week. She currently works for Lutz Enterprises, which is a holding company for real estate development and management. They have traveled to Egypt, China, Israel, Singapore, Turkey, Austria, Croatia, Germany, Greece, Italy, Monaco, Switzerland, New Zealand, the Bahamas, the Virgin Isles, Canada, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Mexico, Hong Kong, Macau, Hawaii, and flew their plane through Alaska. Debbie is a charter member and past president of our club. She was chair of the club's foundation and now enjoys the international committee, which she's doing a fabulous, fabulous job on. Debbie's also been on the Salvation Army board for 15 years and has served as president or chair of the Salvation Army, American Lung Association, the ARC Industries, which sheltered workshops for Franklin County MRDD, the Building Industry Association, and the Public Affairs Committee of that, and the Dublin Foundation. Debbie is a founding member. Debbie and Steve are founding members of Agora Church with Terry Hoffrecker. Debbie's bucket list still includes serving on 2 or more medical missions and visiting all 7 continents and all 50 states.